Time now for a full check of our forecast, and yesterday was gorgeous, Juan.
It was. We had some late day sun. That's right. Today's not looking bad either. You know, we are looking at the opportunity for some showers though, and that's the only reason why I say it's going to be good for us, because not going to see as much sun as we saw yesterday. In fact, I think we'll have overcast skies pretty much all day long, with the exception of a few hours here in the morning, later on this morning, where we could see a few hints of sunshine, but the cloud coverage will continue to thicken up as we go throughout the day today as well. 67 right now though, an easterly wind at 9 miles per hour. May require a light jacket or a sweater this morning, but overall it's not going to be too bad. Notice at 7 o'clock, a little bit of some sunshine there, but by noontime clouds will be ruling the region. 72 degrees with an east-southeasterly wind pretty much at about 10 to 20 miles an hour, 15 to 20 I should say, and that stays with us over a good portion of the day today. And notice as the cloud coverage moves in place, again intermittently and spotty between those hours, we could get a few light sprinkles across the area. Not expecting a big washout, but hey, you might want to throw the umbrella in the back seat just in case you might find yourself under one of those downpours and be one of the lucky few, as we top out pretty close to about 75 degrees in between those hours as well. 73 off in Port Aransas and middle to upper 70s for the inland communities. And given that we'll have a blanket of cloud coverage, notice that the temperatures don't vary a whole lot from the coastline into the inland parts of the coastal bend as well. And again, that's a function of the cloud coverage as well. The marine forecast with those easterly winds at 10 to 20 knots will lead to a small craft caution advisory, so keep that in mind, boaters and mariners. The bays will be occasionally choppy out there as well. The sea's 3 to 6 feet and the rip current risk is moderate, so if you are going to be out near the water, you certainly want to use caution. Got a couple of high tides over at Bob Hop Pier. The first one at 1:57 this afternoon, then at 11:05, 1:56 out at the Port Aransas Jetty, and then later on this evening at 11 at the Port Aransas Jetty, I should say, and Nueces Bay at 5:18, and only a low tide out at the Packery Channel. Pollen counts for today are the high end for mold, tree, and grass are continuing to be moderate out there as well. The cloud coverage is plentiful over South Texas. Now, if you remember me yesterday, we were talking about the frontal boundary that came in, retreating back to the north as a warm front. That is now occurring. It's going to bring all that moisture right along with it, so let's track it here on the future clouds and rain. And again, just spotty showers across the coastal bend today. I'm not expecting a lot into the way of a thunderstorm activity, but once this frontal boundary that's moving in, even though it's weak in nature, moves into the northern parts of the state, that's where we could start to see some showers or some storms, I should say, that'll form, but not so much here in the coastal bend. There's going to be too much wind. I think a lot of that's going to be blown up to the north, right around San Antonio, parts of the hill country, into Austin, Waco, and near Dallas, Fort Worth, into the northeastern half of the state. We have a little dry line that'll push out ahead of it, an outflow boundary ahead of the actual frontal boundary. We could get a couple of rumbles of thunder here as we go into Saturday, into the early morning hours, and then once the front catches up to it by midday on Saturday, we're going to clear out and the sunshine is most certainly going to take over. So not looking anything for severe risk for today, but as we go on into the Friday time frame, extreme northern sections of the coastal bend around Three Rivers into B County to Fujio as well could see some severe storms that we'll be tracking closely. So 83 for tomorrow, 90 on Saturday. Once that frontal boundary comes in, again, it's weak in nature. Lots of sunshine over the weekend and keep it into the 80s with lots of wind into next week. Paulo.
Thank you, Juan. At least we have some cooler starts to the day.